There's something deeply beautiful about things that are timeless, things with intrinsic value, things that just are without needing constant power, constant updates, constant permission. There was a time when you could own something, truly own it. A watch that didn't need a battery, a book that didn't spy on you, a tool that didn't report your behavior, a car that didn't track your location. In those days, devices were our servants. They didn't listen. They didn't watch. They didn't report. They belonged to you, but those days are quickly disappearing. Today, we're told that technology is advancement. We're told it's progress. But we have to ask a deeper question. What if it's not progress at all? What if it's the beginning of the end for human freedom? We're entering a world where nothing is truly owned. Everything is rented, everything is monitored, everything is connected, and when you can't own anything, you aren't truly free. A person who can tone the tools of their own life is not a free person. Think about it. Today, every device listens, every device tracks, every device collects. Your phone hears your conversations, your television watches you, your car records you, your home devices listen even while you sleep. All of this data is collected, all of it is stored, all of it is analyzed, and all of it is sold. What we once called tools are now becoming our taskmasters. We were promised that technology would set humanity free, but instead it seems to be binding us. Life is becoming a tangled web of subscriptions, 1,000 small payments, 1,000 invisible systems, all draining your life, extracting your money, your data, your behavior, and even your identity. The modern world is quietly shifting. From ownership to permission, you no longer buy things. You're just granted access to them, and as we all know, access can always be revoked. Consider the direction we're headed. Cars are becoming giant, rolling computers. They're surveillance machines on wheels, vehicles that listen to your private conversations and monitor your driving behavior, all while being constantly connected to corporate networks. Imagine paying thousands of dollars for a car, yet never truly owning it. Imagine a vehicle that can disable itself remotely, a device that locks you out, a system that decides whether you're approved to use the very thing you purchased. If a machine can deny you access to what you paid for, then you don't own it. It owns you. We are moving towards something dangerous, a digital control grid, a world where every transaction is monitored, every movement is recorded, every conversation is stored, a world where human life becomes just data, and data becomes control. When everything is digital, financial freedom disappears. When money is purely electronic, access can be restricted, accounts can be frozen, transactions can be denied, and if the systems decide you're not compliant, you can simply be erased from society, not by chains or guards, but by silent, cold algorithms. And this is where the danger grows even deeper. Artificial intelligence isn't just a tool anymore. It's becoming an authority, an invisible authority, a silent observer, a ghost in the machine. It watches, it records, it learns, it evaluates, and it never ever sleeps. This ghost in the machine is being placed everywhere. In your car, in your home, in your phone, in your appliances, even on your body. We're told it's for our convenience. We're told it's for our safety. But convenience can easily become captivity. Safety can become surveillance. What we're watching unfold is the slow birth of a new kind of slavery. Not a slavery of chains and whips, but a slavery of systems. A slavery where you actually pay for the very systems that monitor you, where you fund the infrastructure that watches you, where the prisoner voluntarily installs the cameras in his own cell. Human beings are building the walls of their own prison, and we're calling it progress. It's interesting, the Bible actually warns us about systems of control that rise up in the last days. In Revelation chapter 13, we read, "It causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark." The Bible speaks of a time when economic participation itself becomes conditional. Buying and selling become controlled. Access becomes permission, and permission becomes power. What once sounded like a far-fetched prophecy now seems increasingly plausible. The world is building the infrastructure right now, the systems, the networks, the surveillance, the control grid. But the deepest danger isn't the technology itself. The deepest danger has always been the human heart. Human beings crave power. We crave control. And when that desire for power is combined with technology, it becomes something terrifying. History shows us this time and time again. When people gain power without righteousness, oppression always follows. Technology just magnifies the reach of that human authority. And if that authority is corrupt, technology becomes a weapon of immense scale. But here's the real tragedy in all of this. People seem to want it. We want the convenience. We want the stimulation. We want the endless digital entertainment. For a constant stream of synthetic pleasure, people are willing to trade their freedom. For a glowing screen, we give away our privacy. For digital comfort, we surrender our independence. For technological power, we might just be surrendering our very souls. Jesus once asked a question that echoes through the centuries. In Mark chapter 8, he said, "For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul?" The modern world is offering us a new version of that temptation, a digital world, a synthetic world, a world of constant stimulation, constant connection, and constant distraction. But we have to ask, at what cost? If the price of the machine is your freedom, if the price of convenience is your privacy, if the price of comfort is your soul, then the price is far too high. There is a ghost in the machine, a spirit of control, a spirit that whispers to us, submit, comply, obey. But the gospel calls us to something higher, not technological slavery, but spiritual freedom. Jesus said in John chapter 8, "So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." The freedom that Christ offers cannot be tracked. It cannot be surveilled. It cannot be canceled or turned off by some corporation or government. It is the freedom of the soul. The world may build its systems of control. It may build its networks of surveillance and its digital prisons. But there is one thing it can never control: the soul that belongs to God. The person who belongs to Christ cannot ultimately be enslaved because their identity isn't found in systems or machines or networks. Their identity is secure in the kingdom of God. So I say to you today, be wise, be watchful, be discerning. Don't surrender your humanity to the machine. Don't surrender your freedom for a little more convenience, and don't surrender your soul for the promises of technology, because once the prison is fully built, escape becomes nearly impossible. But today we still have a choice between truth and illusion, a choice between freedom and control, a choice between God and the machine. And in the end, every single one of us must decide: will we serve the ghost in the machine, or will we serve the living God? Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this. Stay watchful.